As soon as I arrived at the palace, Baba told me to be ready. I wanted to go to war school, so I got ready immediately. Shona has been waiting for me for a long time. I kept the box given to me by my mother in a corner. 4 flowers of Prajakta were placed on her. I saluted her and muttered, "Mother, bless me. Your vassal is taking an important turn on the path of life today. This is his first day at the battlefield." Baba called from outside, "Karna, Shona, hurry up." I peeked out the window. The whole region on the horizon of the sun god was standing with a bright smile. As their reflection fell into the waters of the Ganges, their 2 forms were clearly visible in the distance. Sun god in the sky, and an earthly sun god. I grabbed Shona's hand and walked out of the hall. The 3 of us came to the battlefield. There were more youths gathered there today than yesterday. Everyone was sitting quietly around the middle square. There was a calm and serious voice coming from all of them. Most of the morning prayer was going on. The prayer was going on for a long time. I told Baba to go back. "Be nice," he said and walked back. I looked around at that magnificent arena. The whole courtyard was quiet. But in an instant it would jump like a thunderstorm before the torrential rain. The sound of different weapons was going to be mixed with each other to make a different sound. The shouts of encouragement from all the youth would have added to it. "The prayer is over." Gurudev Drona, who was sitting in the seat, stood up quietly. He raised both his hands and blessed all his disciples. I took Shona and moved on. He and I bowed to Gurudev. I expected him to raise his hand and bless us too. But in the meantime he put his hand on Arjuna's shoulder, talked to him and left. Gurudev didn't have time to look at us. It was my first day in that battlefield. Someone had told me that knowledge cannot be successful without Guru's blessing. In the same way, I saluted the Kauravas for their blessings. But where did this Prince Arjuna fall into at the same time? Didn't he have another time to come here? Or was Gurudev his only one? Or as Gurudev said yesterday, his blessing was only for Kshatriyas? If so, to a son-in-law like me how to get, and even if I get it, will I become a little Kshatriya? And what if I want to become a Kshatriya? Why should I become a Kshatriya just to get the blessings of this Guru? Blessings will not be received, but I will remain a son-in-law. Adhirat Baba and Radha Mata's son-in-law Karna will remain. This Guru's blessing is for Kshatriyas, this Guru's knowledge is for Kshatriyas, these Gurus are for Kshatriyas. How do you get it? So who is going to be the Guru on this first day? Whose blessings should we move forward? Who in this world will be ready to become the Guru of this Sutaputra? No one. Why did Arjun come at this time? Why is Gurudev Drona considered so much? They are both Guru Shish. My mind became sad. Putting my neck down, I began to think. Is it my fault that I was not born in Rajkul? Has birth ever been obtained according to the wishes of those born? Who created the ups and downs of birth? What makes a man superior? Is it because of the superior qualities of his body? But who will accept my statement here? Is your day going to be free like this? Since when will I be able to correct the various shots of the bow and arrow? What to do? What to do? Disappointed, I began to wander around the stone quarry. In a moment, one should run to the place where Gurudeva Drona is and ask him directly. The mind of the disciples knows that he is the Guru. Then how can we still not understand that a disciple is craving like a fish out of water for his blessing? Why do you give so much importance to that, Arjuna? What's so significant about a goat's head? Look at me, I have earrings in my ears. This yellow leathery skin of mine is impenetrable. The next moment I remembered Baba's exclamation, "Be nice." How to behave properly? Or Gurudev Drona didn't even look at me. Let's come back to you crying. What to do? What to do? I looked to the east as usual in the sky. The sun god was burning the blue roof of the sky like a juicy red hot iron ball. My frustration flew away in a moment. Besides, what other guru would be more suitable in Tribhuvan than this mighty Teja? Why beg for someone else's blessing? This is your true guru from today. Your worship from today. Your command from today. Suddenly I was on that stone square. Behind there was a board decorated with flowers. I took it in my hand and raised my hand as much as possible and said, Sun God, shining all the darkness in the world, I am your disciple from today. Bless me, show me the way. Putting the bow on my head, I bowed down and paid homage to that radiance. Shona had always stood behind me. I also told him. He also joined hands politely. After a while, I put my bow down. We started to descend the fourth step. My mind was calm now. Guruvarya Dronar and Prince Arjun were coming towards Chautharya in front. Arjun looked at me and smiled. I didn't want to laugh. I thought there must be something wrong with his smile. Grandfather Bhishma was remembered. He was the grandfather of this Arjuna, but there was no resemblance between the two. What a difference in the nature and behavior of the two. As I was leaving, Arjuna asked me, Who is this? My younger brother, I said proudly. Will you come to this school too? Guruvarya Dronar asked. Yes, I answered. Go. There is grace beyond. Join their team. I said nothing. I didn't even think to salute them. On the way, I turned to Arjuna. He was staring at the earrings in my ears. We came to Kripacharya's team. Kripacharya was the brother in law of Drona. Under his tutelage, many young men were studying archery. I thought for a moment, why do so many princes walk here and there? Is there any Duryodhana in it? Is one of them as stubborn as him? Is one's vision as penetrating as his? Just then I saw Yuvraj Duryodhana coming in front. I started walking towards him, thinking that if I approached him, he would surely question me. We went near him, but he was not Yuvraj Duryodhan. What a wonderful resemblance between him and Duryodhana. Just as two swan chicks cannot be distinguished from one another, so they were both. Who should be? I began to think. He must have been a prince because of the clothes he was wearing. But who was this prince? Of the Kauravas or of the Pandavas? Duryodhana has similarities with me. So he must be one of the Kauravas. But who is this Kurva? All of a sudden, Grace called out to him, Woe to you! He too hurried to them. I mean, if it was misery. What a resemblance between Duryodhana and him. Hide one and remove the other. Yuvaraj Duryodhana and Rajput Masroor. In both cases there is a complete at. The same penetration in the eyes of both. Misery is the shadow of Duryodhana, isn't it?